Hey guys, welcome back to Real Estate Informed, where we keep you up to date on all things real estate. Today I'm going to be discussing an article. It was an article in Bloomberg. It says Larry Fink sees more remote work hampering commercial real estate. I'll leave the link to the article down below. So basically what the article is saying is it's saying that Larry Fink, which is the BlackRock chief executive officer, which is BlackRock is this enormous real estate company that buys commercial real estate, residential real estate, and we're talking they have hundreds of millions of properties. It's huge. So the chief executive officer, Larry Fink of that company, basically is saying that commercial real estate is going to be hampered, as in office space, because of this COVID crisis, because companies say, I'm in the Seattle area, so companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Expedia, that are now having their employees work remotely and not come into the office. And now it's been, half of, March. We're almost all the way through April. I think these companies are slowly going to realize the value of remote working and the value of, cutting out this office space, because it just seems like an extra expense. And I think, and I would have to agree with them. I think that in commercial real estate, there's retail and then there's office, and obviously there's industrial and others. But I think like in retail, like barbers, nail salons, hair salons, like little food mini marts, banks in small retail, tax people. I think that those will, like little food places like Subway, in these small those are service oriented, so those will always be there. The other end of the spectrum is, I don't think that, so those service related, I don't think they'll be affected. But the other end is not service related. It's just office space. A huge company like Microsoft, a huge company like Amazon will lease out an entire building in downtown Seattle, and they would have the employees come and work there every single day. And the leases were massive. I think those companies are slowly going to realize, and it's going to be a new norm to have employees, any new hires that they do will work remotely. And if anything, maybe come to the office, not have a set desk, not have like a set, where their team meets or whatever, just have a bunch of conference rooms, and they meet on every different teams meet on different days of the week. And so it'll reduce their costs. And I think companies are going to realize that, and especially among this crisis that we're having, they're tech companies and people who can work from home. I think those companies are realizing that they can function. They don't need an office, and their employees are just as effective as they are at work than they are at home. And that'll save a lot of companies a lot of money. So, my opinion would be, if you're going to buy commercial, I would buy service-oriented commercial properties, hair salons, barbers, retail places that have like Subways in them, Domino's, service-oriented, whether it's food, hair, nails, anything that you have to go in person, and then leave the office kind of on the back burner, because office space, I feel like, personally, I feel like, even before this, crisis in America, the office space was very, it was hard to rent office space just to begin with. But now, with the internet and, companies work, having the employees work from home, I would kind of put, office space on the back burner and put retail space. If you were going to invest in commercial property, put retail to the forefront, because even in this crisis, they're still getting, if you have a retail center with a barbershop, a nail salon, and a Subway now, traditionally, and a Domino's traditionally, and you would have office space associated with that. But like here, like I'm in the Seattle area, the barbershop and the nail salon are closed, But guess what? The Subway and the Domino's are still open and they're still paying rent. So you can still collect 50% of the rent, even in this crisis. So it shows you that the service industry is always going to be there. And when you talk about bigger complexes where, like if you own a complex that houses a Home Depot, or you're still getting rent. If you had a complex that housed a grocery store, an Albertsons, a Safeway, a Ralph's, whatever, if it's a major grocery store, you're still getting rent today. And so that should show you that, food services and personal hygiene, barbers and nail salons, that can still be very profitable for you. So also, if you like the video, please thumbs it up. Please subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. All right, thanks guys.